Hello guys, this is Mr. Siege, and today I don't usually do this, but there's a new face-to-face with the developers. There's some important topics that I just decided I'm going to have to bring them up with you guys because we're talking commander swaps, epic siege commanders, and yeah, I just think it really required a video from me, to be honest, because like I say, I don't usually do this face-to-face. I let Omniarch and Chisgul, they always bang out videos, basically going through all these subjects here. So guys, stick around and hope you enjoy the video. So first of all, I want to talk about this first initial paragraph where it says, what are your future plans with armaments? Now, this is actually quite a good one because if you failed to invest in Siege or delve into V formation and you've gone all out into another formation that now you're thinking, oh, you know what, I wish I'd done some V formation. Well, this is your chance, okay? So we're planning on adding a new armament conversion feature in January 2025. So like barely any time away, you know, looking 5 or 6 weeks potentially. This feature will allow you to spend materials to convert existing armaments into new ones, making it easier and more cost effective to develop new formations without starting from scratch. Again, people are deciding to go into Siege and they're having to start from scratch. Well, now you don't have to worry about that. For example, you can convert the wedge armament, Honours of the Pantheon, into the arch armament emblem of the north. Once converted, the armor's rare and special inscriptions will be adjusted to match the new formation. Okay, great. So if you've got a rare or special inscription from an armament that you don't really want and you want to convert it into the V formation equivalent, it will change into the new rare or special inscription, which is absolutely amazing in my opinion. So if you've been really lucky and you've managed to pull out some great, in fact, let's just have a look. I don't know what I've got, to be honest. Well, in fact, I wonder if it would work because I've actually got a hunter inscription I've never used. Okay, so this is interesting. So if I was to put hunter on something different here, say I stuck hunter on this one. In fact, I've got any siege, I've got no siege stats. But if I was to get a decent armament, which I actually haven't, and I was to put hunter on for the inscription, I could then, wait, which one does hunter go on to? So it can go on to the epics of Olympia. Yeah, so this was the right one I was going on to. So if I was to put hunter on this, then it could potentially, in theory, change it to sharpshooter for V formation. So you may have a spare hunter, you may think, well, you know, I'm not going to use that in the future, and you want to get into ranged, you want to try it as ranged. Now, it sounds like you will be able to just chop and change from one armament to another, and you know, you could always change it back. By the sounds of it, it's going to cost materials. I have no idea what materials it's going to cost. Maybe it's completely new. Maybe there's a new type of materials here. The higher the rarity and number of inscriptions, the more items you'll need for the conversion. Okay. The required items can be acquired through KVK events and in-game bundles. Okay. Oh no, KVK events and in-game bundles. So that's quite interesting. I mean, I think it's just a great option. And if it's not using normal materials like you would do to craft equipment, I think that could be amazing too. So yeah, we could be seeing more and more ranged players because there's a lot more options here to swap out armaments that you don't need, or even if you do just get lucky with the odd armament, even though you're not, you know, you might be pulling V formation armaments most of the time anyway. You may be opening chests for V formation, but you may have been luckier and got really good inscriptions for obviously wedge or arch, and you just don't need those, and now's your chance to swap them over. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the commander swap event. And again, this is such a huge opportunity to get into ranged. Your engineering future is paved with gold, guys. So you may have commanders that you don't really use anymore, and if you basically max the commander full stars, full level, you can literally swap them for another commander of your choice. They don't have to be fully maxed, mind you, with this new commander swap event that's coming out. Rather than adding a direct commander reset, so obviously reset a commander, you'd get your gold stars back, you got your gold heads back. Obviously, a certain amount of gold heads you may not get back because you may have got them from gold keys, you may have got them from MGE events. So instead of that, they're just going to swap the commander. Okay, there is a cost again with everything, and each swap allows you to choose 2 commanders with some exceptions. Now, I've had to think about the exceptions, and it's probably going to be someone like Aethel, Minamoto, Barker, those sorts of commanders. Potentially gold key commanders may not be included, but I'd love them to be. I mean, a lot of people went for Caesar in like the first MGE. I think he was available in the first MGE. I'm sure he was. And obviously, they don't really want him now, so there's no reason why you couldn't swap him out. So to help new players catch up on developing their commanders before entering the season of Conquest, we plan to launch this event in New Kingdoms around the end of Season 2 of the Lost Kingdom. So just before you're about to enter into Season 3, where new Season of Conquest commanders are coming out, you'll be able to swap the commanders then, which is good timing. Now, I do wonder if ranged commanders will be available then, because I know they're only available really in Season 4. That's when the events start to come through and the wheels start to come through for the engineering commanders. Now there's a chance you could get hold of them sooner. If that's the case, a lot of these people, they could invest in YSG or Alex, or, if they just want to have a decent garrison like Charles Martel, then you could swap these commanders, you could change them into Cordoba, and you'd be well ahead then to becoming a great ranged player or having one ranged march, because you may not want to use these commanders in Season of Conquest, and that's probably rightly so, to be honest. So in addition to this, we'll be introducing other events to help acquire Season of Conquest commanders. For kingdoms entering Season 3 or later, we plan on launching a one-time event in January, so really soon, guys. Once the specific launch schedule and event details are confirmed, we'll notify you through the community and in-game announcements. So again, guys, like I was saying, if you made the wrong commander choice in the past, say you've maxed, say you put gold heads into a gold key commander, potentially you may not be able to swap those like I explained, or MGE commanders, maybe you unlocked and then you maxed and then you maybe not even a rally or a garrison main, maybe you did that with Saladin. I'm not using Saladin now either. I'd probably swap Saladin as well for another commander. I'd probably swap him for Luce, because I did max Alex a long time ago. Now, this gives you a massive opportunity to get rid of that commander, swap it for a maxed ranged commander or anyone else. It doesn't have to be ranged. Also, think about your farm potential as well, guys. They can take part with ranged. And then all you have to do then is, you get 5-5-1-1 Margaret, or even one of these new engineering commanders. We don't know how good they're going to be with Cordoba yet. Or even more cheaply, we could get a new epic ranged commander, guys. Okay, it's coming to the game. So after the release of version 1.0.89, we plan on introducing a new epic ranged commander. Governors in Season 2, Season 3 and Season of Conquest Kingdoms will be able to obtain this new commander by opening golden or silver chests in the tavern. Okay, this is fantastic. What everyone's been asking for a long time now is to get their hands on epic ranged commanders so that they can basically just trial them out, see what they're like, be able to just test them in the field, see if you get the hang of it, see if you like it. Yeah, it takes some getting used to. It's not easy. People just say, you just leave them there, go AFK, and that's it, jobs are good. And that's not the case. But, you can have fun with these ranged commanders. Now, these sort of work hand in hand. So, we're going to get an epic ranged commander kind of soon, by the sounds of it. I don't know when this version's dropping. I don't know if it's next month or January. But if you swap a commander, max Cordoba, bang, then you've got an epic ranged commander as well to pair with it. I'm sure it will be okay, although obviously testing will be required. Or maybe this epic commander will drop first. I can do the testing. We can find out which commander is going to work best with the epic commander, and you can swap potentially. Obviously, many of you will have other ideas. You may want to do Herman or Liang. We don't know what commanders exactly are going to be allowed to swap, so that again we're just gonna have to see. But yeah, it's all such great news, to be honest, for everyone, whether you're ranged, cav, inf, arch, or all. It just doesn't matter. Like, this is just great stuff. So Lilith, you know, thank you for this. Now, a question I have got from this part, the epic ranged commander, is I believe they mentioned in the past epic ranged commanders. Okay, so I was expecting a couple of epic commanders, which would have been nice just to pair together. But I guess in terms of strength wise, you probably would have to pair with a legendary commander anyway. Now, again, because they're saying about launching just one epic commander, and we know it's going to be coming kind of soon, maybe early next year, we are expecting a new civilization in the new year, 2025. So could this epic range commander come with a gold key commander? Could we be seeing a siege civilization? That Mayan civilization that was mentioned in a previous video by Lilith, you know, I did make a video on potentially having a siege civilization, so I will put that on the end screen, worth having a bit of a look at. I think there's actually a potential this could happen, guys. I was thinking after the release of the new range commanders that maybe Cav are going to get this new civilization, although Cav don't really fit with Mayans, although neither do Siege really. I'm not sure Mayans had siege units or siege engines as they're called. I guess they're more bow and arrow or even infantry, I guess, but we'll just have to wait and see for that. So yeah, go check out the video, and a lot of the rest of this not too fussed about. Those were the main parts that I was really interested in, and just wanted to bring it with you guys, see what you think. But I just think all in all, fantastic. I mean, there is passport things and all sorts else in this developers feedback, which I think it's all great news. I'm not sure about the Imperium stuff. That's, you know, nothing way out of my realm. No idea about that. But yeah, it's all good stuff, guys. So I'd advise going to check out OmniArc's video. He goes through the whole lot with you. But I wanted to go more in particularly with the swap and the epic range commanders, which I'm absolutely delighted about. So guys, I guess I'll see you on the next one. This is Mr. Siege, and bye-bye.